Women don't like nice guys. And then when a guy is nice to them, they just always talk about how he's just too thirsty.
Women don't want to settle down with the nice guys.
So sick of hearing guys say girls only want assholes. They don't ever want to date the nice guy.
Women don't want a nice guy because nice guys are manipulative.
Women don't like nice guys the same way that guys don't like needy women.
What happens when even the nice guys, the respectful, loyal, emotionally available men, completely give up on dating? Why are so many good men quietly walking away from relationships in 2026? And why does it seem like women are getting more frustrated the less attention men give them? Stay with us till the end of this video, because this trend is exposing the uncomfortable truth about modern dating.
I hate to tell you ladies, but men are done with being nice guys. I love a nice guy, but you know the expression nice guys finish last? That is the truth nowadays. Nice guys do finish last, which is why most men are done with being a nice guy and they are like, you know what, if the women are going to be toxic, I'm going to be toxic too. I can be just as horrible as you. And women, you're going to hate it. You might thrive on the drama now you're young, but as you get older and you want a nice guy, you want to settle down with a nice guy, you'll find there are no nice guys left. Or the very few nice guys that are left have been snapped up by the nice girls, and you, with all your love of drama and your toxicity and your fucking me, are going to end up alone being eaten by cats like Bridget Jones. That is what's going to happen. Well, obviously that wasn't the ending for Bridget Jones, but you get what I'm saying. So yeah, I think now is the time when women need to understand that nice guys are good and that you need to start dating the nice guys before they've all disappeared. So men, let me know in the comments, are you done with being a nice guy? Have you always been a nice guy, but now you're like, do you know what, I'm not doing it anymore? Or are you a nice guy through and through and you'll never change? I know there are a lot of nice guys still left out there, and I just feel like a lot of them just can't be bothered to be nice anymore, especially to the modern women. But yeah, let me know in the comments, and I'm off on a little mini break thing today this weekend. I'm not going to tell you where I'm going, it's a secret, but when I get back, I will share all the lovely footage with you. So have a great day.
For years, nice guys were told that kindness, loyalty, and patience would eventually lead to love. They supported women emotionally, respected boundaries, and tried to be dependable partners. But after years of rejection, mixed signals, and being treated like backup options, many finally checked out.
Women don't like nice guys. I work with women all day and I hear them complaining about toxic men, and then when a guy is nice to them, they just always talk about how he's just too thirsty. How is he too thirsty? Because he's into you. And then you want to complain about the men that are talking to multiple other women and are emotionally unavailable and don't give you time of the day.
Women don't like nice guys the same way that guys don't like needy women. They literally both possess the same traits. When men, and sometimes when women hear that, like, oh, he's too nice, they're like eye roll. But it's because there's no tension, there's no mystique. There's no mystery. There's no, like, wondering, like, thinking about him, like, what did he mean by that? Is he going to ask me out? Like, does he fancy me? There's none of that. And it's the same with the needy woman. Like, she's just there. Both of them are trying their best to be available. And it's that just kills desire. Nobody wants an asshole, but in order to be attracted to somebody, there has to be mystery. I can't know everything about how you feel about me. I have to wonder. Because if I'm going to think about you, I'm thinking about what you're thinking about me. And when you're constantly telling me how you feel about me, I don't have to think about it. I'm just like, yeah, he's obsessed. Another one. Guys say this about needy women, like, she's a nice girl. There's no big insult. She's a nice girl. That is like, no, don't have men say that about you.
What surprises women isn't toxic men leaving dating. It's the fact that even calm, respectful men are losing interest too. The same men women claimed they wanted are now focusing on careers, fitness, money, and peace instead of relationships.
A nice guy is a wounded little boy with built-up anger and resentment underneath the hood. Externally, he's the nice guy. He pleases everyone. Everyone can kind of like him and get along with him. But he's never able to truly connect with others because he's not authentically expressing himself. Therefore, a strong, powerful, feminine woman is never going to be attracted to a nice guy because he doesn't have that masculine edge. He's not leading his life. He's not going after anything. He's really playing it safe and wearing a mask and pretending to be someone that he really isn't.
So sick of hearing guys say girls only want assholes. They don't ever want to date the nice guy. This is the biggest misconception in dating. You have to realize these girls have had trauma. They have been with a guy that has verbally or physically abused them. Their relationship has been like a roller coaster, ups and downs, and so they get used to the toxicity. So when a nice guy comes along, they get bored. They're not used to this. They don't want this kind of relationship, a healthy relationship. They want the toxicity because that's all they know. So if you hear a girl say, oh, I don't want to be with the nice guy, I like the asshole, or blah, 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 think to yourself, well, this is probably not a girl you want to be in a relationship with because she has a lot of trauma. Now, don't get me wrong. There is a difference between being a simp and a nice guy. But if you are genuinely a nice person and some girl is like, oh, I don't want to be with him because of that, her loss, not a high value girl, move on.
A lot of these men simply got tired of feeling invisible. They watched arrogant men get attention while loyal men were labeled boring or too safe. Eventually, they stopped competing for validation and quietly stepped away from the dating game.
The thing is, women don't want good men because they're boring.
You don't think that somebody, if they don't
Hold
have
on, excuse
that,
me. Can you repeat that? Women don't what?
Women don't want good men because they're boring.
And women typically pick over those good men and they deal with the bad guys
some.
and the
Wait,
heartbreakers.
We gotta say some.
What's a good man? You have to say
We gotta
some,
say
because-
some.
Can we? What's a good
So
man?
how about this? I'll go a little further. You know,
Please.
I love to expound. When you're growing up, when you're in high school and college and all of that, you don't want the Poindexters, you don't want the nerds, you don't want the dude with the suspenders on and the glasses. You don't. You want the jock, you want the football player, you want big dick basketball jockey. Those are the ones that you want to date. Women don't appreciate nor do they like good guys until usually they're washed the fuck up and the guys that they really want don't want them anymore. And so then they settle for the guy with the Dockers, with the high waters on, with the Sperry boat shoes on, the one that doesn't call it leaving a tip, but he calls it gratuity. You start to like those guys when the guys that you want start to view you for what you actually are. You have babies with the drug dealers, cop killers, football players, jockeys, and then once they discard you, now all of a sudden the same man that could never have access to you, now you marry them and date them for stability. Because nobody likes the good guy, because good guys finish what?
Last.
Every fucking time.
Women are now noticing something uncomfortable. The endless validation from nice guys is disappearing. Fewer good morning texts, fewer emotional check-ins, and fewer men willing to tolerate confusion or one-sided effort just to keep a connection alive.
Women don't want to settle down with the nice guys. I think that's just
I think
too
women
simplistic. It's just that the situation here is that he is really, really nice and great and good, but the spark isn't there. That doesn't mean that she doesn't like nice boys. It's that the spark isn't there, and that is a problem. Put it this way, if she's bored now, where's she going to be in a year,
Well,
2
exactly.
years, 10 years, 5 years?
How come women don't want nice guys?
Women don't want a nice guy because nice guys are manipulative. There is something called nice guy syndrome. Nice guy syndrome translates to putting on an act in order to get something in return. So when you are classified as a nice guy, you're not acting or showing up authentically. I like to shift it to a kind king. So women can feel when a guy is doing something just to get something in return versus someone who is just a good guy, nice gestures, and I'm doing this to really connect with you. And it's not just about you. This is how I operate. This is how I move
So
through
it comes
the
down to
world.
being authentic.
100%.
Many nice guys also realized they were being emotionally used. They became unpaid therapists, emotional support systems, and backup options while receiving very little genuine interest in return. Once they saw the pattern, they stopped investing emotionally.
Guys, listen, dating is changing and women are finally feeling it. Like, women are finally feeling it. Listen, the past 10 years, oh yeah, they had their pick of the litter. Guys were sending direct messages, guys were double and triple texting, guys were doing everything and anything to get a response back or to set up a date. Guys were actually actively initiating dates and trying to actually pursue and create relationships. And what happened? Women didn't want none of them. So now what's happened? Men have quit. Men don't approach, men don't double text, men don't do anything anymore. Men just build their purpose, men just keep building their finances, men just keep going back to the gym, and men have quit. Because what happens is you now have an entire generation of men that think they're unattractive. You have an entire generation of men that believe they're either not worthy, or they're unattractive, or that women just naturally don't want them. You know, you see all this stuff like, oh, women would rather have a relationship with their dog or an animal or a bear in the wild than they would a man, and all this stuff. Okay, that's what they wanted. That's what they claimed they wanted. Here we are. What you're going to actually notice, what's going to happen is women are going to most likely start within the next couple of years sending more choosing signals. Women are most likely going to start to pick up the phone and initiate phone calls first. Or what you're even going to see is women just might start even approaching first, because that's what we have actually came to now, is men have completely just quit. Some would say for good reason.
Social media made things worse. Men constantly hear women say they want good men, while rewarding arrogance, status, and emotional unavailability at the same time. After watching this contradiction for years, many nice guys stopped believing words and started watching actions instead.
What the fuck is up with men only wanting to be my pen pal? Because I've been building up my roster for the last couple weeks, and not a single one of these men has even tried to have sex with me. Which normally I would say is very respectful, but it's also, we're not even doing anything. You know, we're not hanging out, we're not like going on dates. Why do men just want pen pals? I don't want to be your fucking pen pal. If we're not fucking and we're not going on dates, then what the hell are we talking for? I don't want to talk to you. I got a million other people I would rather talk to other than you. But I'm just like, does nobody just...
They don't want to go the distance.
Nobody fucks on the first date anymore? Nobody kisses nasty in the parking lot on the first date anymore?
You don't finger in the parking lot?
Nobody fingers in the parking lot after the date anymore? What the fuck's going on? I've been out of the dating game for 5 years. What are we, all virgins? I mean, I'm a virgin, honestly, but like, God, nobody's fucking on the first date, second date? God forbid a girl wants a little love bombing, you know. So what? So what? I'm a little bored. So what? I'm a little bored and I want to have sex. So what? God fucking forbid.
What irritates some women the most is that these men are no longer begging for attention. They are calm, focused, and improving themselves quietly. And once a man becomes comfortable alone, he stops tolerating emotional chaos just to avoid loneliness.
When a girl says you're the first guy to ever treat me right, you have a 90% chance of being dumped or cheated on or done dirty in general in 2 to 4 months. There are 3 common reasons for this, and they all really come down to one thing, so make sure you watch to the end where I explain that. My name is Dr. Lily. I help you heal from breakups and toxic relationships based off of neuroscience and psychology. Number 1 is that her self-worth is so low that she actually doesn't believe that she deserves you, so she will leave you because you're treating her too well. If she has this pattern of dating men who treat her poorly, that means her consciousness is at the level of men who will treat her badly. And when you treat her the best that she's ever been treated, it's uncomfortable because it's unfamiliar for her. Her nervous system and her subconscious is wired to be treated badly because that's all she has known. This is a reflection of her limited consciousness, not of you. She might be a beautiful woman, a baddie, you might say, but if she doesn't believe that she deserves to be treated well, she will always self-sabotage and go for something or someone who treats her far less than she deserves. Number 2, she might actually like and enjoy the toxicity of being with a man who doesn't treat her well. She gets excited by the highs, the lows, the good, the bad. Part of her loves that this man is inconsistent and speaks down to her. The only reason that anybody stays in a toxic relationship is because some part of them gets something from it. So some part of her gets validated by not being fully chosen by a man. Now, men, this does not mean that you should be toxic. It does not mean to go against your nature, to treat women well, and to be consistent. It's simply a reflection of this woman and where she's at. And if you're looking for something serious and real and long-term, you can't trust a woman who is chasing toxicity, the highs and the lows, because that kind of woman will never be satisfied. And as soon as you get comfortable, she's looking for the next exciting thing, which means that you need to be aligned to a woman who is not like that, who doesn't love the roller coasters and is looking for a man who shows up consistently and treats her well. And those women exist. The third reason that this might happen is that you might be treating her well, but if it's coming from insecurity, fear, or scarcity, that actually repels a high-value woman who is looking for a healthy partnership. Or if you're treating her right, but not attuning to her emotional needs, she's going to want to look elsewhere. So this is an opportunity for you to see, am I leading from a grounded place because I truly desire this person? Or is it because I'm afraid I'm not going to get anything else? I see this person as higher or better than me and I need to chase them? Or are you too distracted or not in tune with your own emotional state that you can't show up for her? All of these cases are a sign of self-sabotage, which is driven by one's own subconscious beliefs. So if this woman believes that she is unworthy of love, or that love needs to be earned and needs to be chased after in order for it to be valuable, or in order for her to prove that she is valuable and worthy of love, then she will always go after men who will force her to chase them. And she will abandon a man who actually treats her right because that's not in line with her beliefs. And if somebody is treating her well, then that is unfamiliar to her subconscious. It isn't aligned with the stories that she's created, and she needs to go back to what is familiar because to her nervous system and to her subconscious, that is considered safety, even if it means poor treatment or self-abandonment on her end. And men, if you are over giving to a woman or doing nice things for her, but it's coming from this place of fear or like you have to prove yourself, that is also your limiting belief that you aren't worthy of love. And so you will then attract this woman and then repel her because that isn't safe to her. It's not coming from genuine intent. So there's always fine print with every action that she is going to have to owe you something, or that you are reliant on her approval for you to feel whole or like a man, which will only repel healthy women and will actually attract wounded women who do want to use you. So if you want to break out of this cycle and stop attracting women who don't want the love that you can give or use you, and finally attract the woman who will show up for you and will stay and inspires you to elevate your life in every way, you must start by looking at the stories and beliefs that you've created that has aligned and attracted these unhealthy women and repelled the healthy women that you want. The wife that you want to build a healthy, lasting relationship with, she's not going to be attracted and kept by dating tricks and tips to help you attract women. She gets attracted and stays for the man who is grounded in his masculine and knows how to lead from a healthy place. She stays because both of you believe and put in the intentional action to create a healthy and sustaining relationship. This is exactly the kind of work that I do with my clients. If you want coaching, the links are all on my page. Become the man that naturally attracts that dream woman.
The biggest twist is that these men aren't angry anymore. They're just tired. Instead of chasing relationships, they're chasing peace, discipline, and stability. They didn't disappear, they simply stopped playing the game.
So I just left the restaurant after waiting 30 minutes for a date to show up, and apparently I got stood up. I don't know what to say. Like, I'm trying to do everything right to be a gentleman. I brought flowers. I've been consistent talking with this girl for 2 weeks, trying to get to know what she likes, what she doesn't like. I made plans. I picked the restaurant, the day and the time.
Sir, the problem is you too nice. See, she wanted somebody that treated her like poop that she had to chase after. So you scared her away with the niceness.
You know, I've done everything to be just the kind of guy that would value somebody's time. Like, I'm just looking for my person. I'm just looking for the one that, I guess, is out there for me. I mean, I want to be somebody's husband someday.
You will find somebody that appreciates the small, big, all kind of things that you do. Don't give up. Just keep going.
Father, I'm trying to do everything that's right, and I just get stood up. Like, my feelings didn't even matter. Sitting there eating a meal by myself and realizing that nobody even cares about people.
You know that saying, good guys always finish last, is so true. And she'll be the main one over here complaining, talking about it ain't no good men out there. But she could at least gave you the respect of telling you, hey, I'm not gonna come. Like, don't waste my time. Don't have me to take time out my schedule to show up for a date and you just ghost me. Like, damn, girl, at least say I'm not gonna come. Like, at least I'm gonna respect that more than you just not showing up. Damn.
So here's the real question. If even the nice guys are done with dating, what does that say about modern relationships in 2026?
Men stopped playing by the rules, and now everyone's freaking out. Let's break down why silence has become the loudest move.